I feel like this play is a good representation of everything that's going on in training camp right now with the Chargers. Joey Bosa pushes Joe Alt, and Joe Alt falls on Sawyer's knee, on his right knee. And this was probably possible because Sawyer gets beat to his right. Luckily, Justin Herbert steps out of the way. Otherwise, that probably could have been him. He makes a deep throw to Joshua Palmer, completes it. The secondary seems to have a missed assignment. Both Derwin James and the other safety, 24, AJ Finley, who has been praised quite a bit. I don't think he was the one that had the broken assignment because it looks like he motions his hands like, hey, what are you guys doing? This next play, Alt helps Pipkins with Bosa, is able to initially stop him, and then Alt gets Matt. Bosa, however, still swipes Pipkins and is able to get by. I feel like the success of our run is going to determine how we do in the pass because if the defense knows we're going to pass, then our interior O-line is not going to hold up. Derwin does a great job on Hayden Hurst to man him up. Does a great job by 22 to come down and make this tackle. Is that Tony Jefferson? So this is why I feel like our offense has to have guys that can block and pass, because the more we can disguise the run, or the more we can disguise the pass as a run and have success with our blockers as pass catchers, is going to help out tremendously. Or if Herbert can be really good at getting the ball quick, be good at pre-snap identification of the defense, be more like kind of Tom Brady before the snap, I think that would help out a lot. You could probably achieve a lot of success that way. But if we're trying to push the ball down the field and Herbert holds on to the ball too long, it's just we might have some success with that, but I don't think it's going to work all that well. Last year, Max Crosby drove Pipkins into Slater. Not sure if that's when he had his double ankle sprain, but, it happened again this year in training camp where Sawyer gets beat, and luckily no one was pushing anybody into Alt, but Alt got pushed into Sawyer, and now Sawyer's banged up on this play. Herbert tells McConkey to line up in the wide. It's kind of like a double motion play. Darius on the fly. You can see Morgan Fox gets through. It looks like it's probably going to be a sack. Good job by the defense to pass the man coverage off. 22, Fulton passes it off. Although I think Conkey is open on this play. Herbert just doesn't pull the trigger. Does a good job by Dion to man up Will Dissly. Not only does he do about as good a job as he can to try to block this ball, but he also makes a tackle. Does the other hand. Perryman, you'd like to see Perryman kind of stay back and maybe help with this in route from the tight end. Kind of steps up. He gets the running back, but I think I'd like to see him stay back a little bit to disrupt the route of the tight end while also getting the running back. Jesse Minter didn't really have a whole lot of good things to say about the defensive line.
I'm excited about that group. I think it's a hungry, some guy like I'm really excited about Puna Ford.
Which makes me think that this defense is going to have the same struggles they've had before, where they're not able to stop the run. They might consider playing a 5-2, using a nose tackle and two defensive tackles, and then letting the edge rushers do their thing, and or allowing them to drop back into coverage to help underneath. Because when I was looking at the difference between the Ravens stats and the Chargers stats, we are widely deficient in tackles, and our leading tackler was Derwin James, while the leading tacklers on the Ravens were their linebackers, which leads me to believe that the defensive line on the Ravens is much stronger than the Chargers, and Jesse Minter's not going to be able to do things defensively that he wants to in the secondary if we can't stop the run. The thing with the three defensive linemen is that you can still stop the run, but also get after the quarterback because you have the edge rushers coming up, and then the interior defensive lineman will be able to push the pocket up. So you could collapse the pocket, and it helps the secondary. The only thing about the secondary is they're going to be somewhat at a disadvantage because you're only going to have only one free safety as opposed to two. Bozeman didn't sound too confident about how the linemen are currently
full speed, but where, as a group, as an O-line, where do you feel like you guys are at run game wise?
I think we're in a good spot so far. I think we have a lot to work on. I think we did some good things today. We did some bad things today. We got some things to clean up.
The injuries to Slater and Sawyer are making the success of the O-line even more difficult. Press conferences with Jim Harbaugh talking about injuries to the media, it's so awkward, and I don't know why that needs to be such a weird, awkward situation. Seems to put everybody in a bad mood, and hopefully there can be an agreement on what needs to be said in regards to injuries, so that can be kind of more of a easier process, because it seems to put everyone in a bad mood. And if you listen to Andy Reid, how he just is up front with the injuries.
As far as the injuries go, Nazi didn't practice today. Both Justins, Reed and Watson. Had a couple guys get nicked. Gathings with a hamstring, Tony, ankle. Chu had an ankle. McCade, ankle. Bolton. got his elbow banged up.
In his press conference, it seems to kind of just eliminate a lot of that awkwardness in exchange with questions. Although I'm really happy with the decision the Chargers made with drafting Joe Alt at 5. I think the better option would have been to trade down. If you watched Hard Knock.
Good. You guys looking to come up? 15, 46 next year's too. Okay, we'll let you know. That's too far. I'm not going back. Joe Douglas is calling horn. Hello? Yeah, I think we're gonna pick. What are you thinking? Okay. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna stay.
You know that the Colts were willing to give up their first and second and a 2025 second for the number 6. We traded our 37 and 110 to New England in exchange for numbers 34 and 37. So we essentially traded Keenan away to go up 4 spots. We got 137. We got Tarheeb Still, who may or may not make the team. So if he doesn't produce this year, that's going to be a massive fail, as well as Lad McConkey. If he doesn't produce, that's going to be a massive fail. Colts, on the other hand, they drafted Laiatu Latu and A.D. Mitchell. We could have potentially drafted Laiatu Latu or Byron Murphy or Dallas Turner or Marius Mims or Fatnu with that 15th pick. And with the second pick, they got A.D. Mitchell. So there was a lot of great options there. We could have also used that 4th round draft pick to get another interior O-lineman like the Chiefs did with drafting the center. But
Wait. Let's just... Well, we can talk about what we're gonna.
I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just flip out.
For the Cheers Cam, presented by